Alright, so welcome to my new series. We're going to be playing Dungeon Fighter Online. This is a game that was previously produced by Netson, and it has since been discontinued by Netson and taken up with the original creators, Neopol. This recording is my second time recording this episode. The first time was with my friend Manuel. And he is probably asleep right now, so because I'm doing this in the middle of the night. And I think he has work tomorrow, or else he probably would be on. But, so anyways, when we recorded this, we synchronized our characters. As you can see, VC Games, Glacial Master, level 17. This is the account I was using before. And my audio didn't record. So, I'm going to go through everything without him. And the way this series is going to work is it's going to be mostly informational. So I'm going to go explain the classes right now. And then we'll get on to more explanation. I don't really need to offer, but I feel like I should. Alright, so to start this off, let's go through the classes. The first class on the list is the Knight. You've got your Elven Knight and your Chaos Knight. This is, well, an interesting class, to say the least. It involves unicorns, and the Elven Knight has, like, woodland animals and stuff like that. The Chaos Knight has different summons that the little, like, I don't want to say demons because they're like cute animals, but they basically help you fight. And as you can see, it uses shield and sword. You can actually switch your shield around. You unlock new shields requests, and then they offer different stat bonuses. Slayer, your classic swordsman type. You got your Blade Master, which is fast hitting. Uses every weapon, or can use every weapon, including a lightsaber, which is class specific. Soulbender, which uses basically souls of spirits and demons to aid him in battle. Creates auras that do things. Like the first one you get increases your strength and intelligence of everyone who's in it, so it makes you basically do more damage. Berserker uses its blood as a weapon, has really high strength, kind of glass cannony until he uses a skill that heals him. Every skill, when you subclass into Berserker, you get a skill that turns you red, and then you bleed enemies like crazy. And bleeding heals you, so. Azura is a blind swordsman. Uses waves and magic. They traded their sight for magic, so they have very heavy magic power. And yeah, that's basically it. Fighter, they use fist weapons, different variations. Nen Master uses like spiritual energy, like light energy more like. Striker uses just really hard hits. Brawler throws things like needles and poison. And Grappler is self-explanatory. They grab. There's a female and male version. Same with Gunner, female and male. Ranger is fast shooting. Launcher uses heavy weapons. Mechanic uses bots, basically. And Spitfire is like buffs, like a frost buff to your weapon. Explosive and different grenades that follow a sort of similar fashion. The character that we'll be leveling in this playthrough is a Glacial Master, which is a male mage specific class. It's unlike these where they're like the same classes, because this is the female mage class. You got your Elementalist, Summoner, Battle Mage, which you can basically guess what those do, besides maybe which is a bit weird. It rides on a broomstick, and it does like weird transformation things, and witch stuff, I guess. It seems weird, but it kind of makes sense. So back to this. Elementalist. It should be called Elemental Bomber, actually. I think that's a mistranslation. Or at least that's what it was in the Netson version. And then Glacial Master. Glacial Master is ice-based, obviously, but it's like close combat. You actually don't use magic to enhance your melee attacks, in a sense. I mean, there's still, like, area of effect magic involved, but it's mostly physical combat. As you can see here, it says right here, can revive from death. This particular trait is unique to the male mage in that the female mage doesn't have it, but they have like defensive buffs to compensate. The male mage, if it dies, you revive at like quarter health, and your defenses are completely drained, basically. So if you die, if you die again, then you die. You actually die. So I like this class. Previously, I've been an elementalist in the male mage, which is it uses the light, shadow, fire, ice. You can switch between them. Use it, and then typically you want to focus more on one thing, because if you put points into all of them, it gets kind of messy, and you run out of skill points. Priest, they use heavy holy weapons. Crusader is a buff class for the most part. There's a battle version as well, which is fairly strong. Monk is fist combat, fast attacking, that sort of stuff. Exorcist, giant axe, hits people, basically. And Avenger is a demon. You eventually can turn into a demon and rip people to shreds, basically. Thief, you got your classic rogue class. Fast hitting, stabbing, very agile class. And then you have a necromancer, which is dark energy. You can summon Spider Prince Nicholas, which has different skills associated with it. So you can do skills off of your summon, which is pretty interesting. And it goes, like, it generally tries to follow you, but doesn't necessarily do that. Dark Knight is all of the Slayer's classes without end game. There in each class, there's what's called an Awakening at level 50, and it's basically like a super move that you can do that takes a decent amount of mana and has a very long cooldown. Well, Dark Knight doesn't have that. Also, if you keep hitting like one button, you combo your skills. And you can do them faster than regular skills. However, they cannot PvP, which is why they have the red symbol. This other one that can't PvP is the Creator. It is a mage-style fighter. However, instead of using the keyboard, like it says here, you use the mouse. So you do use the keyboard. I have played the Creator. I tried it out. I didn't like it because it was boring. You literally just kill everything. You press a button for the element that you use, and then you click and rain your magic on basically the whole field. Wherever you can click, you can hit it. There's no range. It's just wherever on your screen. So if there's an enemy over here, you can kill it. Although there will never be an enemy over here because of how it's laid out, but still. Alright, so I'm going to, since I already have this, which like I said is synchronized in level to my friend, who will be joining us in the next episode, I'm going to make another Glacial Master, so there's no noticeable difference. Though this one will be slightly desynchronized in experience. So I'm going to switch them over when this part is over. I can't believe that happened. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call it VC Games 2 because this character is going to be deleted as soon as I'm done with this. So, what is Dungeon Fighter Online? Well, Dungeon Fighter Online is a multiplayer online game, a massively multiplayer online game, or an MMO. By the way, I'm skipping all text because if you want to learn the story, you can play it. It's a decent story, like if you're into reading that sort of stuff. And I don't really want to spoil anything as well. So, as you can see, it's a side-scrolling, it's dungeon crawler sort of game where you get quests like regular MMOs, and I did that last time. I forgot you can't actually hit them with that spell because it goes over their heads. But so basically, you crawl through a dungeon and kill the end boss, which this dungeon doesn't have because it's the tutorial. You get skills as you level up every 5 levels, and that's very much the basics. There's 4 different professions, which we'll deal with in episode 2 because that's when we'll unlock them. So as you can see, this is an event that's going on. You need these dungeon balls. You get them past level 17 to 71 just from doing daily limited quests. So, this is a cutscene. Right. This is what the main area looks like. This is the first area, which is a silver crown. So let's just get this quest here. I've done this part so many times, so I know what to do. Oh, we got mail. Oh, yes. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay. I'm not entirely sure why I got that, but, oh man. Wow. That was pretty good. That was I think, average? Okay. Well, that was about, like, 400k, assuming prices haven't changed, which they probably have because they're giving away those things for free. Those cubes will not be important until like level 60. Alright, so I do know what to do. This is basically the quest interface that tells you your quest goal here. If you have more quests, you can hold up to 30 over here. You can see any completed quests, all quests in the area. Don't know what fragment is. So, one thing you should notice is that said shared difficulty. Shared difficulty is used if you have higher level accounts and if you've already done the dungeon on one of them. So there's 4 difficulties, but you will only experience 3 of them at the beginning of the game. There is easy, medium, hard, and ultimate. Ultimate starts at 55, so you don't really have to worry about it. And easy starts at level 17 when you advance to the next area. Oh, that did a lot of damage, but it doesn't really matter because I revive. So, the level advance, basically, if you do a dungeon that is hard or medium or ultimate, it gives you more experience than if you would have done it on easy. And it also gives you more loot. But it is harder. Not much harder for the case of hard and medium, but ultimate is significantly harder, as in some classes can't solo ultimate solo main do a dungeon alone. What my highest level, it has trouble going through dungeons for its level without help, because I want to do an ultimate so I don't have to grind out quests, basically. Or grind out levels, because I have no quests at the moment in my character. And I want to do it as fast as possible, meaning ultimate, road, and probably 5 people. Which, yes, you can have a party... Wait, you can have a party of 5 people. You can have a party of 4 people. I don't know why I thought 5. Yeah, you can have up to 4 people. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 person for each loot thing. So you can have a party of up to 4 other players that can be anywhere in the world as long as they are in your server. You get a bit of experience for experience bonus for being in the area for your server. So if you're basically if you are actively participating, or you don't actually have to help people, just be on the server, but it encourages you to play with other people. You don't necessarily have to, but you do get a party bonus for doing so. And parties just help you clear the dungeons faster anyways. So they're good because they give you more experience, and they're good because they give you more experience per hour, because you can do more dungeons per hour. So I really like this game. I'm not even close to Matt's level. Well, I'm not far, but I'm not close. My friend who will be joining us is very close. He hit 70, which was the old Matt's level, and since before, like, a few days ago, which when it got increased to 80. So I think he got it like a day after the level cap increase, or basically like very shortly after the increase. So he wasn't actually in Matt's level, but he was very close to obtaining Matt's level before the increase, which is kind of neat. But he has level 70 and annoys me. We're kind of competitive, so there's that. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Last recording lasted an hour and 16 minutes. So this one might take a bit longer because we were well, I don't know if we were really rushing through it, but we were doing pretty well because we were 2 people. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. Normally I don't go back to town, but I need to do something. Why, no. These people are charging for services in this area, which is weird, because it's not like we'll actually pay it. So, this game has kind of multiple currencies. It obviously has gold, as does any MMO, really. But not only does it have gold, you also use resources in clear cube fragments. You can't buy... Well, that's not true. You can buy one item in the game with clear cube fragments. A potion that increases your damage output by 10%, which is useful on my highest level is Spitfire. Why did I say Spitfire? I meant Ranger. Yes, I have a Ranger. It attacks fast, so the bonus 10% damage helps quite a bit. But it takes 50 clear cube fragments, which is not a lot in the slightest. Although your skills at higher levels use clear cube fragments. So you have to balance it. Do you want to use your skills more often, or do you want to do more damage? Of course, you can just get like a few thousand and be set, but I've run out of a few thousand before just by running dungeons and not even using those potions. But yeah, so your skills sometimes take these fragments. You get them through what I just did, or before I started this dungeon, I disassembled my equipment. which is good to do if you can't use them. Sometimes. The general rule is at higher levels, meaning higher than 17, disassemble anything that is blue. Blue name? The names... Oh, I should probably go over that. So, the rarities are common, which is white, uncommon, which is blue, rare, which is purple, and unique, which is pink. And for very high and specific things, there are epics, which you get from hell mode, and chronicle, which you need for a set of high level dungeons called Other First, which that's not important for low level gameplay, so I'm not going to go into it. Basically, it's high level dungeons that you need a team of 4 people to do for the most part, and then you can get epics and you get like uniques and stuff from it at a way more common rate.